Absolutely, ma'am. Well, the deportees will again be carried in a US military C-17 aircraft. The last round of deportations also happened in a US military transport aircraft. 119 Indian nationals will be deported in the aircraft as part of Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. Major General Shashi Aana, former additional DJ Infantry, global and defense expert, is joining us on the program as well. General Asthana, it's costing the American government again, $1.5 million to send these deportees back to India. Don't you think there is a more civil and economical way of bringing them back, a way that also does not tarnish the relationship between these two nations?
No doubt that we all would expect a dignified exit of all the illegal migrants. There is no doubt about it. But if you look at from the US point of view, I'll first talk about the US point of view and then what we feel about it. See, as far as US is concerned, they want to make a specimen out of every illegal migrant and a demonstrative effect and a chilling effect for everybody else who is actually thinking of getting into America through illegal route. Now that is what is their intention. And that is why they want to, we may feel bad because they are our citizens, but they want to give a absolute publicity to this, that everybody who is actually even thinking of getting into America illegally, please watch out, because this can be, your situation can be worse. Now this is the message which he is trying to give indirectly. Now coming on to the human part of it, certainly we require a dignified exit, and also as Prime Minister Modi very rightly brought out, the entire ecosystem has to be gingered up and it has to be punished. Because firstly, let's talk of this, which is the ecosystem. Now in this ecosystem, there are shall I say, touts, they are there in India, there are agencies which are there in India, there are agencies which are there in US as well. Because obviously it can't be one-sided. Both sides have to have, if there is a sender here, there has to be a recipient in the United States as well. So that means there are such agencies which are working in United States as well. Similarly, we also have to be conscious of this fact that illegally getting into any country is absolutely illegal. So we can't say that they are absolutely innocent, because when all these people they go, they know that they are not going through the legal route. And the agents also know that they are not going through the legal route. But yes, agents give them a different kind of story, that this is one of the methodology and you will be regularized or something like that. And that is where the innocents get lured. A similar thing, if you recall, in fact, more dangerous thing happened in Moscow or in Russia. That there were a lot of people who were duped for normal job and they were actually pushed on the front line. In fact, when we ask Russians, they say that you see the contract, because these people were contracted that way, and these boys, they didn't even know what is written in the contract, and they just signed it, that's it. So apparently there are criminals and there are criminal gangs. There are a lot of them in India, there are a lot of them in USA as well, and I think rightly both sides will have to clean up their part. USA has to clean up their part, we have to clean up our part, and it is not something which we can feel proud of, that we have got our immigrant citizens and we claim that they should be given a very good treatment. Certainly, as a human being, now I am talking about from the Indian point of view. As a human being, we would certainly like, if we were deporting, we should have done it. We are relatively softer, and that is where again, let me put some kind of criticism here. I think we also need to pull out a whole lot of immigrants which are there in India. A whole lot of them which came from Bangladesh. Unfortunately, because of vote bank politics, people gave them Aadhaar card unnecessarily. Some of the provinces which are closer to Bangladesh, they gave them Aadhaar card, they made them vote bank, and there was a drive carried out as to there should be illegal immigrants, they should be identified, and I believe for years nobody could identify anybody, because everybody had gathered by then some proof or the other that he is supposed to be in India. So I think this kind of drive we also require, because they are eating into our resources also, and this kind of activity I think we also need to take it on somehow from the Indian perspective. as far as the illegal immigrants are concerned. It's a illegal activity. Let's face fact.
You're right, sir. Absolutely. And more such deportations of illegal